record on this computer. Are we recording is the question. Yes, awesome. Great, so this is just gonna be a kind of a learn how to leverage Facebook, the 2 pages we have tonight. A lot of you have been inboxing me asking questions like, how do I tag people? What do I do? Some of you know this and you're gonna be like, oh my God, I didn't need to know that. But guess what? Your teams need to know this. So it's important that everybody's up to speed on how to make sure someone's tagged. You don't know the number of people that will tag someone and the person's actually not tagged because they're not bolded. And so I have to go back and tell them that means the person isn't gonna see the actual, comment or what you're trying to draw their attention to. Some people are having trouble with how to go through the steps of using the pages. How do you drop people into the page? What do you do once they ask a question? Let me just see, there's somebody's unmuted. Everyone should be muted, but let me see. Mute all. And that, okay. So we're gonna start with the basics. So if you wanna be on your Facebook, you can. But I just want to show you guys. So I'm on my desktop. I do everything basically on my phone. But so like on this page, you can see over here. Can you guys see that? So Bonnie Jean just texted me that you can see my mouse. You can go in and there's suggested members. Thank you, Bonnie Jean. Beautiful. So you can see it's saying add member. I can add member. I'm actually in Facebook jail right now, so I couldn't add someone if I tried. But it'll actually give you suggested members. Then it tells you how many members are in here. It'll show you some of the members that are here. And then here you can enter a name. So let's say, let's just try Jen something. So Jen Millardo is in. Okay, so my sister, that's her business page. I went and add her. But you can see there's a ton of people that are already members. And you can go through. Your job every day is to drop like 10 new people in there. Some of you have made the mistake of putting 100 people in a day and you got inundated and you've actually called and said, oh my gosh, I have so many people who need information. Not that that's a bad thing, but if you have a job outside of this job, then it gets overwhelming. So if you want to be able to manage your funnel, what we call your funnel is the amount of people that are looking at information that are either going to drop out into the no bucket or the yes bucket. You really need to make sure you don't put too many on at once because then you're just inundated and you're not going to do proper follow-up and follow-through. So for those of you who are new to this, then some of this stuff you're going to get. When I learned, when I got into network marketing, I didn't know all this stuff. I just started to learn. So I'm so glad you're here and there's so many of you on. There's probably 40 or 50 people on right now and you're going to learn some stuff tonight and some stuff you're going to say you already knew. But the whole gist of this is to get you to be able to duplicate and teach your people how to use the pages very simply, very effectively. Okay, so what I do when I'm not in Facebook jail is I try to add 10 or 15 people a day. But I'm also always, and I want you to put it in a big, big circle and star it at the top of your page, I am always going and adding new friends from looking at friends. Let's say I have a friend named Jen Smith from middle school. I go to her friends list and I look to see if there's anybody I remember from middle school or elementary school. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot about Brian, Robbins. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Mandy Jones. And I click them and they see that's me. And we're instantly like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Where have you been? How are you, do you have kids? So I'm building rapport, reconnecting with people. It's way better to build warm market, and it's faster and easier than it is to ever build cold. And for those of you who are cold market whizzes, I salute you. I suck at cold market. What I do is what Mark Yarnell taught me. And Mark Yarnell was one of the greatest networkers in the world. He said, you find something common to talk about when you talk to someone cold. So if someone's a cold market prospect or someone cold on Facebook, you can literally find something you both have in common and instantly you start to establish rapport. So I do that through social media where sometimes somebody is a friend of someone. I don't go in and raid lists of people that are in this company, and I would never do that, and you should never do that. But what I do is try to think about who did I work with in a past company who I knew quit, and maybe they still wanted to be in network marketing. They still have a dream. Of course I'm going to reconnect with them. If we're not friends, I'm going to friend them or refriend them. So go in, number one, and make sure that you're adding people to the page every day, and also do that on the men's page until you start to get a little inundated. 10 a day, 5 days a week should be enough. We have a high conversion rate on these pages. You should be easily bringing in 4 to 5 people a week, and if you're not, then you're not doing what we're teaching you. Don't tell me that you added 50 people and no one responded, because that's just not true. So I'm going to teach you the little tricks to get the people you've added to actually pay attention. We do know a small percentage of them are going to drop off the page because they don't want to be bothered. We know a small percentage of them are going to throw a fit and say, you shouldn't have put me on this page. And we know that their anger stems from something going on in their life and it has nothing to do with the HGH page. It's just that they want to spout off on someone. You know, so I always say, don't take it personally when someone freaks out on you, because I've been dropped. I'm sure Brian is on here, Brian Mira, Bonnie Jean. We've been dropped into more LuLaRoe, you know, Senegena's unique parties. I wake up and I'm in 400 parties for network marketing, you know, or I'm looking at some shakes and bars or some new clothes that they're selling. I'm in this boutique, that boutique, and it's all MLM. And I don't freak out. If it's something I think is kind of interesting, or I can network there and just watch what people are doing, get to know people, I'll pay a little attention and I'll leave myself in the group. If it's an obnoxious group, or the girl who added me was someone who was like literally never paid attention to what I was showing her. Actually, I just kind of sit there and see what they're doing. Do they know what they're doing? Is there some way that I can do business with them down the road? You always want to just not burn a bridge, but sometimes I just don't want to be in a page because I already know the product. I've already tried it and it's not for me. So I don't want to muck up my news feed and, you know, all that, and my notifications. But let me be really clear. The more groups that you're in, the more people you meet, the more money you're going to make in network marketing. It's a numbers game all day. And if you don't believe me, trust me, you're going to figure it out. It is not about how smart you are. You do have to be driven and you do have to do the numbers. If you do the work, you're going to make money. Because the bottom line is you're always going to have a no bucket and a yes bucket. And if you keep getting no's, you're going to keep getting yeses. So I never look at it like, people are like, how are you signing in 38 people? You know, in the last, I don't know how many weeks have I been doing this, 7, 8? I don't even know how long we've been doing this. We started the end of January, right? So 2 months. We signed it in December, but we didn't start until we were 5 weeks on the job. So how do you sign in that many people? It wasn't that I came in with a big number of people, because I burned most of my warm market bouncing around the last 3 years trying to find this. So don't think that I'm some special person. Most people will tell you if they've been around, sometimes you burn your list out a little bit. So what I've learned is to make a new list, make it refreshed, add new people, add new content to my Facebook personal page, and start engaging with other people. So I don't want to jump ahead, but understand this, that if you go, okay, I have a girlfriend, I'm not going to say her name. I know she's not listening, but she is on the team, and she wonders why she can't get anyone on Facebook to listen to her. I said, you're never on Facebook. You post a profile picture once every 3 weeks. And if your kid has a birthday, you're on Facebook. And she's like, you're right. I said, so you're never in, because of the algorithms of Facebook, you're never pulling up your content, your content's never being pulled into other people's feeds. So what the problem is she's not active enough. I said, if you care to build your network, you have to like people's posts, engage with them, encourage them, laugh with them, cry with them, wish them happy birthday. It is a job. I love it, but I do that, and I have built this network, and you're all building networks. Build your network. People who build networks are the ones who make millions. So Robert Kiyosaki said that. So if you all think it's just drop people on this page, you have to shift your perspective, and I'm going to teach you how to make a fortune. And listen, there are other leaders watching right now that are going to do the same type of trainings and give you nuggets that I couldn't give you. I have pulled these nuggets from other key leaders that have made 6- and 7-figure and 8-figure incomes. 8 figures some of my mentors have been in the last 7 years. Blows my mind. Blows my mind that someone could make that kind of money. But you know what? Now I see it, because we're in the right place at the right time. But we have to massage our list. We have to grow the list. We have to stop sifting the same sanding. Just get in front of the right people. How do you do that? It's a numbers thing. I'm doing, like, I would say 10 or 12 a day. So my average, what would be my average, guys, if 8 weeks, 38 people, right? Do the math. 5 a week. 5 a week is phenomenal. Most people don't bring 2 in their whole time in network marketing. Why are we getting such big conversion rates? 1, because the pages that are created for you that I'm teaching you about actually do the work for you for the most part. They do the exposures, the dripping on them, the testimonials are cool. And then people are like, talk to me. I actually had a woman join tonight. Actually, listen to this story. It's so cool. So I dropped this woman into the woman's page about like 4 days ago. And I knew she had been in another company, but she's just like a tremendous woman, but I don't know necessarily that she did a lot with it. but she's always been a go-getter. She's got her own jewelry company. She's just an amazing mother, beautiful woman. And I'm like, well, she's like a couple years older than me. She's got to be going through perimenopause or menopause. I don't know. I just think she's someone that could potentially do this. A lot of people have reached out to me and placed orders I would have never guessed would have even reached out to me. So never prejudge. That's why you should not try to figure it out. But in this case, I was like, let's see. She actually texted me and called me today. I texted her back, and let me read what she wrote, because you guys are going to be like, wow. All from dropping her on the page. I never reached out to her. Let me see. Hey, I saw something about the HGH gel that you're involved with, and I was just about to fill a prescription for progesterone and estrogen because I've been going through a really bad time for 2 years with menopause. I wanted to talk to you about this product. Can you give me a call, please? Now, I'm in my head thinking I want her on my team, but if she just wants to be on the product, this product rocks people's world so fast that they want to be a rep. They want to sell this stuff because naturally they're so excited about how good they're feeling. They're like, I should have came in a kit. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute, why you never sign someone up for one bottle and not put them in at $199. I tell everyone, and spend an extra $50 and get a spot, because this is a rocket ship. I try to convert every customer over to a business person, and a lot of them convert. They say, for an extra $50, I'll grab a spot, because you need to get on that rocket ship and position yourself now, even if all you do is sit there and watch and use the product at first. Guys, it works every time. Ellen Bariza's been doing that. You say, for an extra $50, it gets you on our team, and our team is going to the moon. And this company is literally about to back order, and we aren't even out of the gates yet. We're in pre-launch, and there's a frenzy. Okay, what are we creating? Fear of loss. So she ends up today, we do a call. I tell her my entire story, because your story about the gel is what sells. I don't need to sell her. I tell her it's been on the market for how many years. It was dropped into this new company. We have the FDA registration. We're very proud of that. We're over the counter. We're homeopathic, and the gel works. How do I know it works? Because we've been on it 3 months. She goes, my mother needs this. She goes, my husband needs this. And she's telling me, oh my gosh, there's so many things you're saying that I can relate to. And she goes, and then she said she has pain and inflammation. And you'd never know it because she's a tiny little thing. She goes, I have pain all the time. I said, listen, I cannot promise you what your results will be, but I could tell you, I know you're going to have a good result. So never make a claim or a promise, but I just say, I know you're going to have a good result. And I know you're going to be calling me so excited. So we talk, and she's like, well, I think I need to do the business. And I'm like, yes, you do. We started talking about the last business she did. I didn't rush her. And I said, let me walk you through the kits. And I always tell people, never do the $199, ever. Never sell the $199 unless they're a customer that you're just converting at that extra $50. If someone's coming at you to do the business, they should come in at the $499 or the $899. So I said to her, the $499 is great. She goes, no, I think I need to do the $899. I need 2 bottles for my mother, 2 bottles for me, 2 bottles for my husband, and 2 to sell. I'm like, I love this chick. She just signed up. Sent her my link, done. Okay, listen, that came from leveraging this page and letting the page do the work. So kudos to everyone who's working the pages. I'm really disappointed in the men's page. There's just not even close to enough traffic. There's plenty of men on the page, but the men just aren't engaging the way they should. Thank you, Brian and Bob Hudgens, Brian Mira. There are guys who are contributing. David. There's a little group, Rick Cruz. But guys, you guys need to step it up. So you dudes need to get it moving. I know you don't like to talk like us ladies. I know we yap. But guess what? We yap so much, we're going to make fortunes. So come along with us. So here's what I do, and I want you to understand this. Before you ever drop people into a page, every day your homework is to spend 10 minutes friending new people. Now, you can't friend a ton because you'll go into Facebook jail like I am. And I want you to go and actually engage with the community. Go wish people happy birthday. It's your job. You're a network marketer who's going to make a fortune through the internet. If you don't want to leave your house and you want to actually live a life that most people dream of, then you're going to have to do what the people like us do to make money, which is go massage your market, broaden your market, broaden your list. So I know people friend you guys probably all the time. You don't know who they are. I'm very picky about who friends me, because you don't know who these creeps are and who these people are. You don't know. So be careful. And don't put your private information out there. But I will say, by adding fresh people every day, I have so many people now I haven't added those people in because I'm banned. But I have so many new people in the last 3 days that are waiting for me. I'm waiting to put them in the women's and men's pages. I'm so excited, but I'm so inundated with follow-up and signing people in that I can't handle that right now anyway. I wish I literally had someone to help me. I've never experienced this in network marketing before, where I couldn't keep up. I had a company where I made almost 16 grand at my highest a month, and it was never like this. I mean, we had to leave our house and drive and go to hotel meetings and webinars and just insanity. And I haven't left my house. It's amazing. But it's because we are leveraging Facebook. Instagram's amazing. That's a whole nother training I'm going to teach you. If anyone's an Instagram superstar, I'd actually like you to tell me you want to do this and I'll just watch. I know Instagram, but I'm not a master at it. And I know how to hashtag and all that and draw people in. I have a decent following, but I know there's people who are masters. So teach me. With that said, Facebook, you can make a fortune right here. And remember, Facebook is for old people, as my daughter, who's 19 going on 20, tells me. Gianna, stop. She's, Mom, Facebook's for old people. Well, guess what our gel is for? Us old people. us 35 and up, as they think we're old, right? I'm 43. I'm not old. And I'm on the gel, so I'll never be old. So I want you to write this down. Every day, your job is to add people to your friends list by combing through friends you know. Go to your friends list, click on, look and see who mutual friends are, and then go look at who are non-mutual friends from people you used to work with. So if you were with Tom Smith in elementary school and he's your friend, go to his list, find the non-mutual friends, and see if you find anyone you remember, and add 10 of them a day. You will be blown away when your list is going to grow and grow and grow. You need a massive list. That's number one. Number two, your job is for 10 minutes to happy birthday to people, congratulations on your grandchild, crying with them and empathizing with them when they lose a family member. I don't do it to be fake. I am really authentic, but I know I need to engage with people and create a relationship, even if it's through the internet. So that's a job. Those are your two jobs every day. I probably do it twice a day, I think, morning and night, just to make sure I have enough people that are fresh, right? We're recycling. You don't want the same people seeing the same stuff for the next 70 years, guys. Don't sift the same sand. That does not mean that there's people from your past that won't come in. Oh, they will. They absolutely will. So when you're on the page, you can go, put a photo, you can post your content. The thing is this, you cannot make claims. We're going to do a whole training on that. Chris and I are putting that together with compliance. And you can't go on and say, I have arthritis and now my arthritis is gone. You can say, I've had achy joints and it seems to be that my achy joints are feeling so much better. You can say, I was really fatigued, and not say I had chronic fatigue syndrome. Please don't mention any diseases or medical conditions. We have to clean up our entire page. I got a phone call about that today. And that means anybody who puts a post out that mentions a disease or a medical condition, I have to take it down. And that sucks, because that's what makes us all money, because people believe when someone tells a real story. So please, we're going to clean that up. Let your teams know, get it out to everyone. We can't make claims. We can't mention medical conditions. So you can't say high blood pressure. You could say my blood pressure for some reason has really started to normalize. It's normalized since I've been on the gel for 6 months. Who knew? You can't say I had high blood pressure, I'm off my meds, and I no longer need it. That's a big red flag with the FTC, okay? Number two, when you get a new person on your team, you want to teach them to go in and add 20 people to both pages, no more than 20, because they're new and they're going to freak out if they've never done network marketing when they get 5 to 7 people saying, give me info, give me info, give me info. So, Bonnie Jean's commenting. Okay. So now there's also your public page. I want to jump off of the private groups for a second. So your public page is a great place to put a mysterious post. It has worked for me like I can't believe for the last 5 years that I've been learning this and using this. I never tell anyone the company name, and I never tell anyone what it is. I may say hashtag get the gel. Are you on the gel? No one knows what the gel is. Most of the people watching are like, what's the gel? What does she have in her hands? So there's a post, and it was a while back that I did it, and I don't even know if I click on it now if we'll find it. But I did a post, and then my good friend Ellen, she edited it. And by the way, the post I did had a ton of hits, and I got a ton of people on board with it. She edited it the other day, and I want to read it to you, because if you're looking for it, I'll actually post it later on the Team New You Life page, and I want every one of you to post it to your Facebook pages. Or feel free to. I'm not saying you should, but yes, I think you should. Okay. She wrote, "Good morning, everyone. I'm looking for serious entrepreneurs and successful business people who understand the value of bringing a product to market that currently has zero competition. It may only be a window of 2 to 3 years before another company surfaces with a product comparable to what we have. This product is extraordinary and falls into the category of anti-aging. This product may improve sleep, may increase energy levels, may improve muscle tone and definition, may enhance focus, may help you lose weight." You guys getting the picture here? You can't say it will, you can say it may increase sexual desire, may help joints and flexibility, may reduce graying hair, may reduce cellulite, may reduce wrinkles and improve skin, may make your hair thicker. Yes, it's doing that. FDA registered /NDC number. The list goes on. If you are looking for this kind of opportunity, now would be the time to private message me. I'll send you a 3-minute video overview. I'll send a 3-minute overview to you. And actually now you're going to send the hghmiraclegel.com. Even those of you that are not looking to start a business but are starting to experience all kinds of symptoms of aging and don't like it, want to stop it in its tracks, you too should inbox me. I will show you something that could change your life. She had 21 comments and a whole bunch of likes, and she actually got several business owners right off of it, and she just came into the business. So that is, and if someone could text me, maybe Bonnie G, and remind me to post that tonight onto the Team New You Life page, just copy and paste it. Please don't edit what the benefits are, because if you start making claims on public Facebook or on a private page, it could put our company in jeopardy, and we are not going to let that happen. So you have to be really careful with what you say. Don't start saying publicly on Facebook or take anybody's testimonial and start putting out there that so-and-so got off her blood pressure meds and she has no more Hashimoto's disease and she's off her diabetes meds. Don't do that. Just say, you know, her insulin levels have leveled out and normalized, and don't mention the disease. Blood pressure has seemed to level out and normalize. Sleep has improved. Sex life has improved. You know, all that good stuff. Okay, so that's the gist of. You have to just be really careful. Never say the word cure. I don't like the word miracle being used. Everyone's been saying miracle gel. We have a website with the word miracle. I hate that. We don't need anybody breathing down our neck. We have a beautiful product, an amazing company. We have a heck of a ride ahead, and we don't want to jeopardize it. So don't do anything stupid. Okay, I'm done with my rant. So now I want you to think about, okay, you've added people daily to the pages, and you've taught your people to do the same. You have to teach new people to go drop people onto those pages, right? So that's your job. Your job is to get them started right. You don't just sign someone up and leave them alone. Now, once they're on the page, now they're seeing what? All their people, I'm not talking about them, their prospects are seeing, oh, I got dropped in a page. I hate this. I'm going to leave. Or this pisses me off. I'm going to throw a little nasty comment up. No problem. I'll boot you anyway. And then there's the people who say, ooh, what is this? And they start going like this. Look at it. What is this? I mean, I don't post these things for fun. I post these things to pique interest, guys. This is what my husband does. He's a psycho with this stuff. I love it. He cuts the bottles open. I try to drink this stuff. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm just going to scroll a little. Okay, now this is Kelly's post. She's got our first diamond ambassador in the company. She's going to hit tonight or tomorrow, I think. Kelly's under me, and she's making 5 times what I'm making, and I freaking love it because we just started, and people are going to go to the top of this company so fast their heads are spinning. What is she doing that you guys aren't doing? Let me explain. She's putting enough people in front of the information daily. That's all this is. In my first company, which was a company I had a lot of success in because the last 3 years I really haven't found anything that I've hit it with. In that first company, I talked to 10 people a night, 5 nights a week. And we didn't text a lot back then. That was back in 2011. It wasn't big on texting. I was calling and leaving voicemails. Call me back, something big. Call me back. I didn't say, I have a business opportunity. Call me back. No one calls you back when you say that. I have residual income for you. Never say residual income. There are little things I'm going to teach you that you don't want to say. But you could say on Facebook, on a page, or inbox someone privately and say, hey, I just added you to this group. You have to see it. It's called HGH Men's Club. I put you in there because I know you are so into fitness and health. And I think this thing, what I'm going to show you is going to be amazing. I think you're going to really love it. A girl inboxed me tonight who I know is a fitness freak. And I knew her from that first company and she never did anything with it. She's out in Chicago. She has 3 boys now. When I met her, she had none. The girl is ripped. She's got to be in her late 40s now. She inboxed me tonight and she said, I gotta know about this gel, but I'm breastfeeding right now. And I said, yeah, bring it to your doctor. I don't make medical claims and I'm not your doctor. She goes, I want this now, but I know I'm going to have to wait another month. I said, that's all right. You should get positioned. She goes, no, I didn't. She goes, what about the business op? Like, I know there's money to be made, right? And I said, yeah, you should get positioned even if you're not going to buy for another month. She's like, send me over everything. So I send her over everything. She writes back to me before this webinar. All right, what are the kits? I tell her. She's like, okay. I said, okay. She goes, yeah. Can you send me the comp plan? I'm like, sure. This is a girl who's only been dripped on in the women's page. Guys, that's the, oh, hun, Gianna's calling. Can you call her? That is what's happening. It's incredible. We have to protect these pages, but you have to remember you have a gold mine on your hands by just dripping on them on the pages. We're dripping on them for you. So this girl, Harmony, I know is going to come in. She's like, I want it yesterday. And she's going to get back in the gym. She used to compete. So she's all about HGH. And then I get women who are menopausal and freaking out. Well, guess where all the people are that are 40 and up? Facebook. It's our market. I think you guys should be jumping out of your skin tonight, because if all you did was work Facebook and work your phone, you will be in a place a year from now that you've never dreamed. I don't care if you think you're just going to make $1,000 a month. You might want to add like a 0 onto that. And I mean that, because you don't know the potential of what you have in here. We have something powerful in our hands that everyone wants. I've never seen something where people actually throw their credit cards at me. Take my money. When you're in a company where people are like, take my money, you know you're in a company that's starting to go viral, and we haven't even gotten out of the gate yet. So the men's page, I am working hard. Please, everyone, work together to get some content. Get the men to put I don't want the women putting content. I want men putting content on, because the men speak to the men. Men know what men deal with. Women know what women deal with. Get your people on the pages and tell them not to overload the pages all at once, because they will never be able to handle the number of people that want info. Little disclaimer, I've had a few people that I've almost banned that literally today, it happened twice, they put their information, they sent their information to someone that wasn't their prospect on the page. Don't do that. I don't want to ban anyone again. That's so annoying. There's so many prospects to go around. If it's not your person, or you forget if you invited them or not, you inbox me or one of the admins and we'll look it up immediately and tell you if it was your person. I had a woman who's my friend's mother say, I want info, and another rep sent her info, and I saw it happen. I was like, why would you do that? That's my girl. So anyway, it worked out, and I don't think she meant it, but people aren't paying it. She goes, oh, I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, probably not, because we're all busy. I get that. I'm not mad at her, but we need to nip that stuff in the bud. Nobody wants to have any kind of, person stolen from them. We never want to go through that. That's not fun. Another guy put his link to his New You Life page under somebody's comment that said, send me info. And the girl said, I'm going to send you info. So Mary said to Jane, I'll send you info. You're my girl. And the guy wrote his thing as if sign up now under me. And I was like, what's happening? I don't understand. Why would you do that? So I'm a little baffled, but okay. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but if that happens again, he's banned. So both those people aren't banned, but I'm like, I'm watching. So understand, managing these pages is a job, but what a blessing to see so much volume coming in for everybody. We are super blessed. So we want to use the pages right. Now let's talk about the men's page. So let me see if I can, I don't know. I never use a laptop, so you guys are gonna have to forgive me. I don't even know what the heck I'm doing here. I'm so used to the app on my phone. Okay. Groups. Diamond ambassadors. Yes, they just hit. Oh my God, they're the first diamond ambassadors. How amazing is that? All right, so I'm searching the HGH Men's Club. And by the way, men and women are allowed on both pages currently, because we are trying to get the men to be able to recruit women and women to recruit men, but we just don't want the men commenting on the women's page, and we don't want the women commenting on the men's. And you women have been breaking the rules. The men have been good on our page. You women need to stop commenting on the men's pages. We don't want that. We want men talking to men about men's stuff. Did you talk to Gianna? Okay, is she okay? Okay. Sorry, got a girl at college. Want to make sure she's okay. Okay, so here's the men's page. I got in trouble for some picture I put up about some good-looking guy. He should have been totally, honored and humbled, but instead I had to take it down. So let's hope no one knows this guy. Okay. So now how many do we have now? We're 3 days in and we have almost 9,000 people. That's amazing. But if you start looking at the content, look at this. 1. That's just a question. Brian, awesome. 2, 3. Look how old this one. This was March 23rd. Today is the, 27th? We should not be seeing stuff from that long ago. Look at this. There's nothing on this page, guys. So, sorry, guys. The reason why we're not bringing a lot of men right now to the company is because people aren't dropping fresh content. We need it. We need it. And if you post your link in any of your videos, if you women or men, I had to tell a guy the other day, I can't post he put a video, he wanted to post it. And I thought it was a great video. And at the end it says, go to hghgelkidwiz.com. And I'm like, oh, so you want me to put that on the page where all the reps are going to be offended and, potentially upset because their prospects are going to your link because the prospect doesn't know any better? I said, I can't share that. And I'm sad because I loved your video. So please don't put anything up that tells people, get back to me, guys. Don't say that, because if it's your people, then they'll know to get back to you. And also, really, really quick. So let's go to the real important stuff. So let's say you see a post, and let's get the one with Brian because I love his testimonial. He's a hot crap. And him and his, I think it's wife. Yes, wife. They're both awesome. Forgive me, Brian, but I think it's your wife, but she's amazing. Here, look at his testimonial, okay? He's not making any claims, is he? He's telling us how many weeks he's been on it so that people think, wow, okay, 10 weeks, that could happen. Not, it's been 2 days. Love it. And a lot of what he's saying, we've experienced in 3 months over here at our house. Now, what would I do as a smart networker? I would tag every guy like this. And I would say, let me just pick someone up who oh, you know what? I just thought of someone I need to add, although I'm in jail. I would put in my friend Kevin, who's down in Virginia, who I went to high school with. He would love Brian's energy and he would love this testimonial. And he's an ex-Navy SEAL. So I just thought of him. See, there's always someone you forgot. All right, let me think of a guy on here. Let me see if let me go like Albert or something. Is he showing up? Why isn't anyone showing up? Because Facebook hates me today. So let's just assume all of a sudden it comes up. I don't know why it's not, but it should. Anybody I type in, let me think of another guy who's on here. No. Let's do a name. Nothing's coming up because Facebook, you stink. So you would type in the name and you would tag them. Let me see if it'll let me tag down here. It's just like thinking. So when I tag people, I'll go George, whatever. Oh, and actually I have a George who wants to meet this weekend because he wants to sign up. He's my neighbor. I would type it in and I'd hit enter and his name will come up bold. When it's in bold print, that means he was tagged and he should get a notification. When the name isn't in bold and it looks like this writing here, then that means the person won't see it because they're either out of the group or you thought you put them in and they never got in because sometimes they don't, somehow the computer, we lose them. Or they've removed themselves and they don't want to be in the group, which sometimes happens. So go tag the people you know. If Rick Cruz his testimony is great. But if his testimonial is what you want a friend to see, great. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of what happened tonight because we only have a few minutes left. And this is like phase 1 of all the trainings we're going to do. I'm just giving you the basics tonight. And I know it's going to help you make great sales this coming week. So my dear friend Ginger, her and I, she's rocking it, but she's always struggled in network marketing. She's a great realtor, great woman, great friend. Ginger is like freaking out because she's signing people in and she's getting a ton. Oh, sorry, I got a friend who's, she's got a ton of people reaching out to her. So my friend Lisa from New Jersey, she was my mentor growing up through church, had been on the page and asked me, hey, I have fibro. She's bad fibromyalgia for years. Lisa's an amazing woman. She loves horses and she's, got kids. She's like a little bit older than me. Lisa inboxes me the other day. All right, I'll think about it, but it sounds great. And then what happened? She stayed on the page. And what happened? Hold on, I got to tell them I'm on a webinar. All right, moving on. So Lisa sees, so now you got to remember, Lisa's seeing all the posts. She's watching. She's knowing that this could help her. She's not sure. She sees Ginger's post about how Ginger is out of pain pretty quickly. She reads it. It's this heartfelt testimonial, this heartfelt post. And Lisa inboxes Ginger and just says, I want you to know, whatever. Ginger inboxes me and Lisa at the same time inboxes me. And they both say, oh my God, we loved each other. That was so great. And Ginger goes, just want you to know Lisa's going to buy from you. And Lisa bought tonight. Why? She had multiple exposures over the last week because I added her about a week ago. She had already inboxed me for info and looked at hghmiracle.com, gel.com. She was not ready to buy. She needed to digest. She needed more exposures. And if you remember the training the other night, 8 to 12 exposures is what about 78% of sales where they happen. Now, I'm a girl who, the minute I see something, if I know I want it, I'm just a red personality. I just grab it. I don't need to think. If someone's a green personality, they analyze and they overanalyze. They get paralysis by analysis. Then there's the white, which is pearl, and then there's the other one. Why do I tell you that? I knew Lisa would need to literally mull it over. She's an emerald. She's a green. So I knew she probably need to be dripped on a lot. Well, over a week, she got dripped on a lot because those women are putting fresh content in daily. Belief gets raised because they're getting dripped on. Guys, this is the easiest way to recruit on the planet is these pages. And then what does Lisa do? She sees something that relates to her. And actually, I don't even know if I tagged Lisa in that post. I don't know if I made that connection. I'll have to look. It might have been, I don't even want to give myself credit. I think Lisa saw it herself. I'll have to go back. My point is when you know someone has something that's similar to what someone said they're having help with and relief from, tag them, because now it draws their attention right to that post instead of hoping they're seeing the post. Does that make sense? So Lisa places an order tonight. I wasn't going to ask her if she wanted to do the business because I know Lisa, but if she falls in love with this, let me tell you, she will bring every person onto her team and bring in a ton of customers who suffer because she's a member of a lot of fibromyalgia support groups. We won't be able to say the gel cures. We won't be able to say that fibromyalgia was helped with it. We can say symptoms were, alleviated, and we won't say the word fibromyalgia. So I hope that makes sense to you where you need to tag people that will have relatable things. Now, if you know a go-getter, someone who's a money-motivated person, who's an entrepreneur and just a go-getter, and they're usually the busy people, FYI. They just put more things on their plate like I do and just always got stuff on my plate. Then you need to tag them in Kelly Smith's post about where her checks are at. We're not really supposed to talk about the money, and we probably will never put a post like that up again because it's considered enticement. But you can privately share that with someone and say, I just want to share with you a real story. It's a money story coming out of our company. And this woman's a really awesome realtor, and she owns a tanning salon, and she owns a restaurant, and she doesn't want to have to sell for the rest of her life. There is no retirement in real estate unless you hit it real big. And so if they see her story, they go, wow, maybe this could happen for me. And there's where the sale takes place. You don't have to sell. So just to recap, because I have to get off in 2 minutes, sorry. So to recap, I want you to start adding to your friends list, really, really adding to your friends list, 10, 15, 20 people a day. If you do it too much, you're going to get banned from Facebook like I am for a little bit. 2, I want you to start being the most friendly, outgoing encourager in the community of Facebook. Start telling people how much you've missed them or congratulations on your new car, your new house, your new baby, your new grandson. Sorry for the loss of your father. Start engaging with people. You can't expect people to want to do business with you when you haven't given a crap about their life in the last however many years you've been on Facebook. I'm just going to tell it to you real. I'm not that kind of leader who's going to say, it's okay, you're going to be okay. No, you want to make this happen for you and your family, you got to work it. And you got to really try. And so you have to make a consistent effort. I consider it work. I'm not just playing around on Facebook. I'm working. I want people to see encouraging quotes and scripture and things that mean something to me. They may not like it, but it's what defines me. And if they love me for who I am and they want to follow me, great. It's all about leadership. Start creating some leadership. Start letting people know what you're proud of and what you're, don't fight with people. One of the things I can't stand about Facebook, I could start fights with people daily. I never do. I always say to myself, what is the point of trying to convince a man against his will? He's going to be of the same opinion still. When I was taught that years ago, I thought that's genius. Why try to change someone from their political beliefs or what they think about, transgenderism? Who gives a crap? Go love somebody. Because guess what? The networkers that go out and make millions are people who can work with everyone of every race, color, creed, and don't have a problem with what you're like. I could care less if people know who I voted for as a president. And if they ask me and I tell them and they don't like me for that, I don't want them in my business anyway. I don't want to work with people that judge me based on my political beliefs or the fact that I'm a Jesus lover. Go love whoever you want to love. And if you're gay, I still love you. I don't have that kind of hate in my heart. And that's why my business has always been good. And the reason it's good is because I don't judge people. I may think things. I'm not perfect. I may think things. It doesn't come out of my mouth. And I would never say it on Facebook. So if you want to really cultivate a great network, go love on people and stop judging people. And don't fight with someone who posts about Trump. And don't fight with someone who posts about, George Soros. Who gives a crap? Does it really matter when you get to the grave? Because it's the last thing you're thinking about is who the president was. What you're thinking about was, did I end up in this grave going in, feeling like I had an amazing run, feeling like I loved everyone to the fullest, that I lived the life that I dreamed of, and I leave nothing left on the table, that I bled out and I went in sliding sideways. That's how I want to end my life. And I don't want to have to think about things that don't really matter. They're out of our control. So just think about that when you're taking Facebook and you're working it daily. I want you to really think about this. Who can you go encourage? What kind of positive stuff can you put out there? Who can you help? Because those are the people that are going to be attracted to you. And it's all about attraction marketing. The more attractive you are because you show yourself as a leader, the more people are going to say, I'd like to do business with that person. What's this hashtag get the gel that Danielle keeps talking about? Why does Brian keep saying, I feel great on the gel, hashtag get the gel? Someone's going to inbox him and go, what the heck is the gel? Dude, what are you up to? Because people watch you like a hawk. It's like a stage. Whatever you do on that stage comes back to you. So remember, it's a spotlight. Put yourself in a good spotlight. Let people know you have something you're so excited about that you just got off a 40-minute webinar and your leader, Danielle, fired you up and your business, you're taking your new business to the moon, and don't say what it is. And then you can write hashtag gel empire, hashtag so happy to be on the gel, hashtag gel retirement. Now everyone's like, what the hell is he talking about? What is Danielle talking about? What do? They inbox you. And thus you send what? hghmiraclegel.com and let the website do the talking. And then you get them on a 3-way call when it's time, or you send them a link and you sign them up. Done. Repeat every day. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat 10 to 12 times a day. All right, I'm done ranting. I hope this helped you guys. This is recorded. I'm going to upload it. We're going to do a ton of these. This is just the beginning. I wanted you to understand that if you don't build your network out and get your friends list big and fluffy and healthy, it doesn't matter. You won't have people to drop into these pages. Then when you put these healthy new people in the pages, it's fresh meat. It's fresh new people. It's fresh blood, as we call it. What is new blood? New blood is the lifeblood of your business. The people who start with you today, most of them won't be here 3 years from now. Remember that. So it's not about trying to kickstart people who aren't motivated. Go find motivated people. You'd rather have 5 motivated people than 15 who sit there and do nothing. And the only way to do that is to keep just refreshing your friends list and getting new people, engaging with people, drop them on the pages, send the link when they ask, and close them. That's it. It's such a gold mine. I hope you guys had a great night. I'm probably not going to sleep, but I love this company. I love this gel. It's changed my life. I couldn't be more excited. We're going to have a great year. And I hope you guys have a great night.